I couldn't chat to you without one of the scariest and most controversial things I suppose I've seen happen to cyclists in recent times. You getting mugged in London out training.
Yeah.
So what happened on that day that you got robbed in London? Talk us through that.
So I was just finishing up. I was like 3 hours, 40 minutes into a ride. I wanted to get 4 on the clock. I was doing another little loop. I saw these two guys on motorbikes, 2 motorbikes with 2 guys on each bike with balaclavas on. And I was like, fuck, I know what's coming here. Like
no helmets, just balaclavas?
Balaclavas and helmets, but like the visors up. And I see them see me and like put the visors down. And I'm like, I can go there, which is uphill. So I'm going to get, done there. So I turn the bike around. This is with them 100 meters to the right. Turn the bike around, put it in a big gear. So it didn't look like I was speeding off. Put it in like the 11, took it up to like 55, 60k an hour, like super aero, thinking like I can get to that cafe, which is 400, 500 meters away. But yeah, they just rammed the bike into me. Like, just don't care. And I was on my nice bike that I spent 5-6 months building. So it wasn't it was one thing losing the money, one thing losing the bike, but then it's another thing sourcing the parts and the hassle and ag that goes with getting the bike exactly how you like it, setting up the levers how you like them. I was really comfortable on that bike. Anyway, so they knocked me off. I fell down on the floor. I tried to put it on. I thought I could go on the grass here. Their bikes are better on the grass. I could do this. I could swerve that way. And I tried to shut the door on them in my peripheral vision as they were coming up to block the road, but just riding to back of me. Like the weight of those bikes, the scooter just knocked me off. So I'm on the floor.
And did they come down as well?
They were like all over the place, like wobbling their bikes. So they nearly crashed them, or one of them nearly crashed. And then there was like a pickup bike behind. Anyway, the front one's like all over the place. And the second one's like, now I'm on the floor. They're like towing me down the road on the bike. And like, I'm hanging onto this bike, like getting scratched up on my legs and stuff. But yeah, in the end, they just whipped out the trouser like a long machete, and I was like, I've tested the water here. Like they're going to take this bike. So even if they start waving that thing around, like I'm only going to end up, even if they have no intention to use it, like I'm only going to end up losing like a hand or an arm, which is not really worth it. But I tested the water out.
Well,
and they wanted the bike, so they like even if I got to the cafe, they would have just walked in with a machete in my face. So,
and is this I heard a couple of things around London of similar robberies. Is it resolved or is it ongoing, or was there any resolution?
The problem is that the police are so good. Like they were able to track down a group of 10 people. This happened in the days after. It happened 2 weeks ago as well. It didn't happen for the whole year in the interim, but it happened. There was an attempted one last week. So they did it to me and a couple of times after, and then they're like striking again now. Anyway, the police are so good. The trouble is identifying, right, these people. The police were able to identify the people, like get images of my bike being taken on the telephone after the event on this guy's phone. And they have forensics that he like had handled the bike or whatever at the scene. Like the power meter has the R of SRM rubbed off, like it's my bike, it's identifiable. So any rational person would go like, no question about it. But they're fighting the case now. They're going down that avenue. It's still ongoing. They're going down the avenue of he's influenced by other people. It's just really difficult for the police.
Yeah, we talked off air. My background's law. The wheels of justice move slowly, and it's frustrating.
Exactly. Like I know the guy's name. They identified the 3 of the 4 people that did the robbery, and now it's just a case of prosecuting. It's still ongoing. I'm confident that it will all be done. He'll get something for it. But like the important
cyclists are quite exposed.
They are, and I just actually want people to feel safe on the roads. Like when this was happening a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I can just do without going out on my bike and getting robbed again. Because when this one happened 2 weeks ago, I entered the gate that it happened for training 12 minutes after. So it could have been me again. But it's not nice for anyone.
You know what? I think... I don't know. This is my theory, that these guys don't know what the expensive bikes are. I think you could be riding an entry-level Trek 1000, but if it's blinged out and it's green or it's pink and it looks flashy, they're like magpies. They go, oh, that's expensive, even though it's a £600 bike. You could be on your 15,000 bike, but if it's blacked out, like I'm riding at the moment, a Cervelo R5, but it's black on black, there's not even any, it's full-on Batman mode. You know, the decals are off the wheels, decals are off the frames. It looks like it's worth, you know, a couple of £100. Yeah. So I think you're less of a target when you're on the blacked out stuff, but you know, it's obviously not always possible being sponsor compliant, etc.
No, you're 100% right. They just want something shiny. And the police even identified the pathway. So they will lose these bikes for like £1,000. There's like a network that the bikes are filtered into. They remain in the London area, like they'll go to North London or East London or whatever. They might be stripped down a bit, but often not. And the guy that's supplying these bikes to the black market will just like take another £1,000 on top. And he's just a regular 9-to-5 guy who like works in Tesco's or, you know, for the Royal Mail or someone, you know, like that. And just wants a few quid extra on the side. But the detriment to other people, these people riding these bikes, it's their life and passion, you know, and it means a lot to them.
Yeah, and you know, also you don't know someone's individual circumstances. Like, that's somebody's mode of transport. It's the way to feed their family. It's, you know, it's their livelihood. It's maybe, you know, a pro cyclist on the way up that needs this tool to make a career for themselves, and they can't afford a 6-month setback to save up for new equipment. It has pretty grave consequences.
So if you like this video, you should definitely check out this video because I know you're going to love it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.